My neighbor recently asked if I could redo this antique dresser that she had inherited from her father's estate. It was in pretty good shape overall, just showing its age with a lot of nicks and dings. She told me she wanted to keep the rustic charm and not make it look brand new, but I suggested filling in a few of the more noticeable flaws to help preserve it. So I started by sanding down the whole piece with my orbital sander, and luckily that old varnish came off without too much of a fight. Next up, I used wood filler instead of Bondo to repair the cracks and dings. The goal was to match the natural wood tone since I planned to stain it later. Once it dried, I moved on to the next round of sanding, hand sanding the spindles, getting into all the detailed areas, and coming back over the main surfaces with a higher grit sandpaper for that smooth, even finish. I have to say, this is one of the more enjoyable sanding jobs I've ever had. That old varnish practically melted off. Except for the legs, of course. Then it was time for pre-stain wood conditioner, always worth the extra step. I also used my new favorite product for conditioning the drawers, and it actually smells really nice. For the stain, I mixed 2 colors to get as close as possible to the dresser's original tone. I tested them out on the knobs first, just to be safe, and then started applying the stain to the drawers, the main surface areas, and all the detailed sections. I went in with a light touch-up coat to give it a bit more richness, and I was really happy with the color at that point. To blend in all the filled spots, I used some furniture paint for color matching, then sealed those touch-ups with a light spritz of shellac, just to prevent it from smearing when I stained it. The final step was adding polyacrylic. I applied it to the cabinet and drawers, gave everything a light sand once it dried, and then came back with a second coat. Off camera, I added a third coat to just the top for extra protection. And I have to say, this one turned out beautifully. The warm, light wood tone and rustic vibe are still there, just a bit more refined. Definitely one of the easier and more satisfying projects I've done in a long time. Sometimes redoing furniture really is as relaxing as it looks. Just don't ask me that mid-sanding. Would you have kept the rustic look too, or gone for full-on restoration?